All right, Josh, taking in some summer league action. First and foremost, I know you got a lot of your young core players on the team, like Evan and Jordan.
Yeah.
How do you feel about what you're seeing from them?
It's going to be a growth summer for them both. We're seeing flashes of what we want of them going forward. I think they're both gaining confidence, figuring out who they're going to be in the league, and I think that they have a long way to go. But I think that they're both good kids. They work really hard, and that's a good start.
Just how important is this event for young guys like that may not have seen a ton of time last year to develop and get experience?
Very much. I mean, summer league is about more determining who can play than who can't play, and I think that it's a golden opportunity for a lot of guys to either get an invite to camp, to get a chance to show what they can do. And I think that it's invaluable to a lot of younger players because they get a chance to work with the coaches on a much more direct basis than they do, over the course of the rest of the summer, or even during the course of the regular season when all the roster guys are around. I think it's good work on a lot of levels for them.
I know this is also equally important for Brian Shaw, your new head coach, a first-year head coach. Wanted to get your thoughts on what was it about Brian that attracted you to him? He's been a guy that's been looked at as a potential head coach for a long time now, and you guys were able to get him.
With the way that our roster is situated right now, we have a lot of guys around 24, 25, 26 years old, and the things that the Indiana staff has done the last several years with guys like Lance Stevenson, Paul George, Roy Hibbert, I see a lot of similarities, and there's a lot of growth potential on our team, and I thought that Brian's personality was the right fit at the right time.
You also had a change in the front office. Masai Ujiri went to Toronto. Yeah. Tim Connolly comes in. Tell me a little bit about Tim and what made you decide that he was the right guy for the spot.
I've gotten to know Tim through Masai actually over the last several years, and Masai and I talked about him after he had agreed to go on to Toronto, and Tim's. I keep tabs on different guys around the league, and Tim's a guy I've kept tabs on. And when I brought him in for the interview, I knew he knew the game very well, but I just wanted to make sure that we could have fun while we're doing it, because if you're not having fun doing this, at the end of the day, we're in the wrong business.
Now, you guys lost Andre Iguodala. He goes to the Golden State Warriors. Just how tough is it going to be to replace a versatile all-star caliber player like that?
It's going to be very tough. One of the key things that we got out of it was a large trade exception. We have a very young roster, and I think a trade exception like that gives us a lot of flexibility going forward. I'm really excited to see what some of the younger players can do this year with increased minutes. But we're going to be aggressive, but replacing a guy like Iguodala is unless you're going to go after somebody of equal quality in free agency, that's going to be tough to replace on your roster.
Yeah, and all the guys are really tough to replace. Talk about Masai and Karl. Yeah. But what kind of expectations do you have for the team next year?
I think it's going to be a growth year for us. As far as expectations, I want to set the bar as high as I can, but I also got to be realistic. Replacing Iguodala is going to be tough. On the offensive end, but mainly on the defensive end as well. I mean, Iguodala was our best defender on the perimeter, and I think that some of our guys are going to have to learn to step up a little bit on that end. Evan is still adjusting to the game in the United States. He's used to using his hands more over in Europe, and over here it's officiated a different way. And so there's different adjustments like that that are going to be made. But I think it's going to be a good year. It's going to be a growth year, and I'm excited to see what our guys can do.